What's up guys, C2113 here, and today's video is the one that I hinted at in my iPhone 7 Plus unboxing video, and that is the back protector. Now I know that I mentioned in the video that I had been waiting for a back protector to come, and I still don't have a tempered glass back protector, but what I do have is a PET type film protector that should do a good enough job and look nice enough to hold me over until I can get a real back protector, because it's only been 3 days that I've had the phone now, and I've been rocking it in this case right here, as you can see, I've got a piece of tape covering the Apple logo here inside underneath the case, because that's exposed in this case, which is of serious concern to me. So what we're going to be looking at is hopefully a solution to this problem, and a demonstration of a before and after. I would do an on-screen install. I may show that, but if it's not in the video, my apologies. It's just very difficult behind the camera to try to do this and not screw it up. And I do want to be able to give you an accurate representation and review of this product, and I can't really do that if it's totally screwed up. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this package here. This I did buy on Amazon, but it was not sold by or fulfilled by Amazon. I think it was, I forgot what the seller's name was, but we'll go ahead and see what's in the package here. So there it is, Super Shieldz. Nothing else in the package. Screen protector. So it says high optical clarity here, high quality optical material. Let's see, cleaning cloth, squeegee card, that sort of thing. So I think we know exactly what kind of equipment is required. All right, people. Anytime you're dealing with the jet black, there's only one type of equipment that you should be using, and that is, of course, some gloves. So let's first take a look inside here, see what's included in the package. I mean, it says on the back, but let's just see it in person. All right. So what is this? Let's see. HD clear. So these are clearly not glass, as you can see, because I can do this. All right. Let's see. Now the rear. Okay. So there are 2 films a piece. So if you screw up one, I guess you have an extra, or if you want to, that's a good deal right there. Now again, it is a little upsetting that it is not going to be glass, because glass definitely has better optical clarity. So here we have our back protector. Okay, I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to go ahead and remove the cloth, and now we'll get the phone out. Popping it out carefully here, so you can see the setup I have. It's pretty ghetto rigged here, but again, when you have a case with that exposed Apple logo, and it's just I honestly can't get over that sometimes. You know why? But the exposed Apple logo, this is definitely a must for a jet black owner if you don't have a back protector yet. So we'll go ahead and remove that. You can see, clean remove here. And I'm actually going to do that again with another piece of tape to go ahead and remove any of the imperfections present on a surface. Now, if you guys don't know that trick, you got to here's a tip. Use a piece of tape, usually clear packing tape works best, to remove pieces of dirt and dust after you've already wiped down the the phone's screen or whatever surface you're trying to protect. If you've wiped it down already multiple times and there's dust still showing up, chances are you would be much helped by a piece of tape to remove that stuff, because every time you wipe, no matter how high the thread count and how high quality the microfiber, there's always going to be little fibers left behind. So we're going to go ahead and get a piece of tape here. All right, tape. And we're going to go ahead and just remove as much dirt as we can see here. Obviously, we're still going to give the phone a proper wipe down. This is to remove the particles that might actually scratch the surface while the wipe down is happening. And that's an important fact. You know, as a detailer, that's something that you just have an understanding of. But even as a gadget owner, you have to keep that in mind, is that scratches don't usually emanate or originate from necessarily the material using to wipe the phone, although that is also definitely possible. But oftentimes, it's because of what is on the surface already. So, you know, the same can be said of you know, paint on vehicles. But anyway, we're just making sure. So we've removed most of the particles. Obviously, the oil is still going to be left behind, but that's not the goal of this. This is to remove particles. So as you can see there, no need to buy expensive. I see some people saying, "Oh, you got to buy dust removal stickers." You got to be kidding me. That stuff is just tape. All right, guys. So now that we have this set up here, and we've already got the particles cleaned off, we can go ahead and use our cloth. And actually, for this, I'm going to get one of my little bit of cleaning solution. And this is something that is a water-based, so no harsh chemicals here. And this is in a kit that I bought a long time ago. This is eye clear. And it's just a little aid. So we're going to just give it a little tiny squirt. I'm going to test it out, prime it a little bit. I just need a little squirt. That's plenty. Because again, when you're wiping any type of high polished surface, you also want to ensure that you have some level of lubrication so you're not wiping it dry. Because again, that's going to protect the layer, protect the phone from whatever layer of contamination is on the surface, so that instead of being ground in, it's sort of carried away by whatever lubricant you're using. And in this case, the lubricant is, you know, the cleaning solution. So, as you can see, it's coming up on a nice high polished shine here. Sorry if I'm not totally in the camera. I'm trying to see this with my eyes too, because honestly, this is something that is so high polished that it's something you really have to examine with your eyes. Oops, my bad, people. Camera fell over there. But yeah, here we are, cleaning this. Almost there. I'll probably cut this out, to be honest with you. Let's see. But yeah, I have to tell you, this is definitely the most intense I've ever gotten when preparing the surface of the back of a phone for a skin, for sure. I mean, the screen is understandable, but you never have I had a phone that I prepped the back for a protector this intensely. Mainly, again, this is because of just how crazy the polishing. I mean, from what I understand, the process for the polish was so intense that they had to only 60% of the phones actually make it to production, from what I heard. Make it through production to be sold. So that's pretty insane right there. We're just gonna make sure there's no. All right, I'm gonna keep knocking this camera over, to be honest with you. This is why this is really difficult. All right. We got this clear and free of particles here. Yeah, this is one of those phones where, unfortunately, I would say that the type of soft or squishy type films that could be used for this, like a Zag, original Zag type film, wouldn't really work well because it would take away from the high polish. You really want something that's glossy and clear, not going to have that orange peel effect or anything like that. So that's the disadvantage, because in this situation, I'm sure that type of film would adhere more smoothly, but it's not going to look very good. So I wouldn't bother with that. All right. Now I'm going to grab another piece of tape, and we will finish with a last round of the tape to ensure that there is nothing on the surface. Okay, I think we're good. Just wipe that Apple logo a little bit. I'm just curious to see how well this is going to work. I think the thing is, with the back of an iPhone, is that everything will look nice except the Apple logo, because as hard as they might try, it's not completely flush. And as a result, you're going to get some weird bubbling, or there's going to be a pocket of air there. Yeah, guys, I've got the screen protector installed now, or the back protector installed now. I cut out the time that the install portion of the video just because, well, it was a real pain in the ass, and I have a really good feeling that you guys wouldn't want to see that. But here it is. Basically, no imperfections underneath. Maybe a tiny little bit of a speck of lint or something that got stuck under there that I probably can squeeze down with time. But really, it doesn't look terrible. But of course, like any film, on the back of an iPhone, when it is this PET type film, the one really, really terrible part of it is always going to be the Apple logo. And that's because no matter what, the Apple logo just doesn't sit quite flush with the back of the iPhone. And as a result, you get the film wanting to static cling and sort of bend down to reach the inside where the logo is slightly lower. And as a result, you get this weird bubble halo because of the outside part, there's not enough flexibility in the material to fit down in that space. And this is why I'm hoping that somebody will come out with a glass back protector for the 7 Plus, or 7, for anyone who out there was a 7 jet black, because glass, although it will still suffer the same problem of not, fitting down flush to the Apple logo, being much stiffer, it will stay above that gap and it won't sort of flex down in, and as a result, make that really ugly dimple. Instead, you'll just have a lighter colored Apple logo, because the air pocket will be the entire shape of the Apple logo, and it will look almost normal. So I think that's probably the best case scenario for a back protector to look as clean as possible. In conclusion, get this like I did if you need something to carry you over, because yes, I have a case, but even though I have a case, I know for certain that I will have scratches and little scuffs on the back of the phone if I don't put something on the back. And that's because no matter how much I like to try to keep my pocket clean and the case and the phone clean, dirt and lint and little tiny particles get between the case and the phone and end up scratching the phone every time the phone shifts around microscopically inside the case. Even if it's a really tight case, there's going to be ever so slight shifting, and that's going to cause little hazy areas that will be highly visible on a glossy surface. Now, the reason you don't see this on any of the matte colors is because, well, essentially the anodization process is an oxidation layer that's already sort of semi-scratched. So you don't really see anything unless it damages that anodization layer to the point of showing the aluminum the clean aluminum underneath, which would require a really deep scratch. So in this case, I would have to say that your best case scenario currently is to get one of these types of films. Now, I'll leave the link in the description below. Super Shieldz, it's a great product. Nothing revolutionary for sure, but they include a ton of them. They include 2 for the back, 2 for the front, and 2 cloths. Considering I paid like $5 for this, I really can't complain. They say there's a squeegee card in here. Did I miss that? Oh, yes, I did miss that. There's a squeegee card. So that's also included. So if you need to squeegee out, the air bubbles, this is definitely what you want to use. But anyway, guys, I don't want to make this video too long. Just wanted to show you what I was going to do for the back. And anyone out there has a jet black iPhone, if you're going to rock it naked, this is almost a requirement here. I'm be honest with you. Unless you really don't care about the phone looking nice after a week, this is definitely a requirement. If you rock a case, I would also say this is a requirement. Honestly, this is a requirement for anybody. I think the best case scenario for us is to wait until that tempered glass protector comes out for the back, and then we can have something that looks close to as clean as you're going to get with protector on in terms of a back solution. You're always going to notice that there is a little bit of a ridge here with any protector, even especially a glass one being thicker. But it will not look as hideous as this, because overall it looks nice besides this little bit of raised area on the side. But the ugliest part, again, is the Apple logo. So anyway, guys, I hope you liked that. This has been my unboxing and quick overview of the Super Shieldz screen protector or back protector for the iPhone 7 Plus. If you guys like the video, be sure to like it. If you got any questions or comments, leave them below. If you want to see more like this, feel free to subscribe so you get my newest videos whenever they come out. And yeah, thanks for watching.